Another in a series of short career talks. When I was 19, I got a job at an electronics store. And as soon as I started, two things happened. One was that the first real day on the job was actually at a grand opening lent out to another store. And I had the chance to work with a very old hand in retail. His name was Wild Bill Hodges. That's what they called him. And he kind of took me under his wing at this grand opening. And instead of going out and selling stuff and making money himself, sometimes he'd give me advice and then he'd send me out to go try it and see what would happen. And, you know, it was great. It was helpful. I came out, I don't remember if it was exactly the highest, but I came out as one of the ones selling the most. And a lot of that was really his sacrifice in helping a new person, a young guy, get started. So I'm really grateful for that. That was a long time ago. The other thing was that the manager that I worked for, as soon as he got me back to the regular store that I'd be working at, almost maybe on the first day, he showed me what it was like doing the books at the end of the day. Now, you know, it was convenient for him. If I would learn how to do the books, it would mean he could get home a little bit earlier to his family. But at the same time, I know there was something else going on there. And I had the impression that he had tried to teach others, but not everybody was interested in learning, but I tend to be interested in just about anything. And I'd never done anything like that before. So he taught that, and he taught me how to do the inventory, how to order, you know, what to think about when I'm ordering stock, how to allow for the Christmas ordering, you know, all that kind of stuff, and how early that really starts happening. It was really a really great experience for me in a lot of ways. And so what did I learn from this? Well, one is that he spent a lot of time teaching me while we were also getting work done, and did it in a way that was respectful and didn't feel like he was talking down to me. I do think that in teaching me, that the fact that I was interested and that I asked questions, I mean, I'm still this way now, that I asked questions and would say, well, what if this happens? What do I do there? And he'd say, oh, well, if that happens, you do this. And I also I remember asking a lot of questions, which I still do, about, well, how much is too much? How little is too little? If we're off on the register by this much, you know, how much can we be off before I need to call you and say, hey, we're way off? And then he gave me numbers, and he didn't hesitate. So that was really good. On a different day, maybe he would have given me different numbers, but I don't remember ever a time where I called him and he said, oh, no, you didn't need to call me for that. That's okay. So whatever it was, I think he did a good job training me. I ended up being the number one salesperson in the district. And the rule was that if you were the number one salesperson in the district, you would get your own store. But I was 19 years old. And after 7 months, I was number one. And so they gave me a store. And goodness knows, Lanny had taught me a lot. So what happened after that, you can pick up in one of my other early career talks. The lesson I wanted to bring out of this is that even though I was 19 years old, I was almost 20, they gave me my own store. And I don't mean shift manager. I had complete P&L responsibility for a retail store. They had a rule, and when following the rule would have been inconvenient and maybe didn't make sense, they still followed the rule because a person was involved. And I think that that's admirable. If they had some really good reason for not promoting me, I'm sure they would have taken it. But they felt that age alone was not a proper criteria. That experience alone, in a sense, wasn't, but performance and willingness to learn was something they were looking for. The district manager, by the way, was Ralph Martin. I only mention names, you know, like this when somebody did something really good. And even then, sometimes I'm funny about it. But I like you to know these are real people. And, you know, there's always the possibility that his son or grandson will see this and go, oh, that's my grandfather, you know, and, oh, he was a really good guy. And I think that'd be really kind of cool. You know, this was a long time ago, But anyway, Ralph was a great district manager and did his best to help me. I did struggle in that first store, but he always treated me with kindness and respect, and at the same time did what he needed to do for the business. So I think that's pretty admirable. Anyway, that's the little story of how I got promoted to management at 19 years old. Not all my promotion stories went that well, so you can look for the one that's on the auto parts store that I worked at when I was much younger and see how that one went, and that has its own lessons. If you set expectations that you're going to do something if somebody accomplishes something, don't go back on it if you're in leadership. It's really important. And all these years later, I still have great respect and appreciation for that district manager and for the store manager that, even though I was young, worked hard to teach me and prepare me for that opportunity, and so that I was able to do it. As they say, luck is preparation plus opportunity, and my manager helped prepare me, and the district manager gave me the opportunity, and I did my little part in making the sales. So anyway, that's that story. I hope you enjoy this one. I hope you enjoy some of the other ones. Thank you.